Hi, today I'm going to demo on how to create a testing component and analyze that component to ensure the correctness of a commit. So we are using an open source project here called Joda Time, and what we have done is we have created an Amazon EC2 instance on which we run our build server, and the tool which we're using for that is Jenkins. So we have configured Jenkins accordingly so that what we can do is we can run unit tests on our open source project, and we can dynamically generate test cases, and we have used a tool called rundoop for it, and we are using check style to do basic static analysis on the testing, and also we are doing some custom checks on the particular test which I've run, so that if any method is exceeding any particular length, so the build will be failed. So for now, let me just initiate a build for you, and then I will show you step by step what all changes we have made to our build server. So I'm only going to make a commit right now. And so I'm going to push this to our origin. So we have initiated a push, and as you can see here on the bottom left corner, a build has started. Now let me show you what changes we had made in order to achieve all the following cases. So if we go to the configure section of our particular job, we had added goals to compile the project initially, and when the compile generates for us all the related Java classes, we had used rundoop to run on those compiled Java classes to generate new test cases. And after the test cases were generated, we did the further goals of Maven to install, and then we ran Cobertura, which checked the coverage of our code, and later we ran the goal check style, which checked for any design related dependencies. So the check style and the Cobertura basically run after the test cases have been executed. So these have to be placed in the post build actions, as we have done over here. So by going to previous build, if we click on the coverage report, we can see how Cobertura has generated for us a complete report of the test cases. So this is the coverage report generated right here, and most of them are almost covered, and relatively for the files, classes, methods, lines and conditionals. And then if we click on check style warnings, here we can see for each class there have been generated specific results telling what is wrong in that particular class, and we can see this class has the most number of warnings, and it also shows us based on each file the number of warnings per particular file. And if we go to categories, we can see what kind of warnings have been generated. Most of them are Java doc and white spaces, which do not hinder our execution. If we go and check the build which we had ran, so this build is successful. When we go to the console output of that particular build, we can see in this particular part where rundoop is generating test cases for us, and as here the test cases start to run, and we find out that all the test cases have run and we have 0 failures. So the build continues and in the end we get a success. I also want to point out on how we implemented the custom metrics. So basically here we have added a max value of 5 for a boolean expression complexity. So if the boolean expression has many number of conditions, then it would fail on this particular check. And also the method length value over here, we have set the default to be 40. If it exceeds 40, then also the build will fail. That's all I was gonna demo. Thank you.